This variation of a plank is one that you can do on your hands or on your elbows. Find your perfect plank position with your feet together. So squeeze your glutes, pull your abs in tight, press your hands or your forearms into the ground depending on which option you chose. From here, we'll just take one step out to the side with our right leg, step, now our left, step, now our right, step, now our left, step. So it's out, out, in, and as you can tell by my talking, this is a lot harder than it actually looks. Try to keep your hips stable so they're not rocking side to side as you move your feet.
Alright guys, these are the bicycle crunches, okay? So what I want you to do is keeping your shoulders and your head off the ground, okay? Your feet never touch the ground on this. And what we're doing is it's just an elbow to knee movement, but it's always opposite arm to opposite leg. So your right arm always goes to your left leg, and your left arm always goes to your right leg. So you're extending out to start with, okay? So your feet are always off the ground. Alright, making sure that your lower back is pushed against the ground, okay? And that's going to activate the core like that, okay? See me shaking? Alright, that's me activating the core, okay? We're coming up. Always crunching during the movement, and then twisting at the same time, coming up. Then coming up, and then coming down, okay? So always squeezing up as high as you can, getting the full squeeze and rotation. Okay, so it's not just a general sit up, it's always that rotation. And then once you've got the movement down packed, what I want you to do is we're going through the movement as a consistent flow. Those guys are the bicycle crunches.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. It's Kyle here from Colossus Fitness, and I'm going to show you how to do a proper laying down leg raise, which is something a lot of you are probably doing from home. So basically you're gonna want a nice surface where you can kind of lay down in here, get nice and comfortable, use carpet, use whatever you can. And basically proper setup looks like this. I like to personally take my hands and put them underneath my butt. I find it reduces a little bit of back pain and it just kind of keeps me a little bit more grounded and just controlled within this movement, okay? So laying back, all you're gonna do is just raise your legs up and then down, okay? Up and then down. I like to personally point my toes. I find it just contracts the abs nicely, but just doing a bunch of these reps are an awesome ab exercise, and it's great to really target the lower stomach. Now we're gonna jump into 3 common mistakes. So first common mistake, I find a lot of people do this just because they don't have that overall core strength built up, and they just kind of want to cheat the reps, just like a lot of exercises within the gym. As you can see on the screen, I'm constantly hitting my legs up and down. The goal of this exercise is to create a lot of tension with the core and help you stabilize and just establish a lot of control. If you're constantly hitting up and down, you're not gonna have much control. It's not gonna do a whole lot for you. You will strengthen them a bit, but if you're doing this at home with the purpose of getting a nicer, stronger, and just overall better core, do these properly. And common mistake number 2 is just improper positioning of the leg. So on top of what I just added about a lot of people hitting the ground, I find most people don't go all the way up to get a nice proper contraction. You know, half reps lead to half measures. I'm not saying you have to go all the way up, as you can see on the screen there. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying do a full range of motion, and past that, really try to keep your legs straight. If you're constantly bending them, you're not gonna get as much out of this exercise, and it's just not gonna be doing a ton for you. So, you know, listen to these tips and stop making these mistakes.
Bird dog, start on your hands and your knees. Separate your hands shoulder width apart directly beneath your shoulders and your knees hip width apart below your knees. Pull your abs in to engage your core, and that's where we're gonna stay this entire time. We're gonna really try to keep everything stable through here. First, push one leg back behind you in a straight line until it aligns with your hips. That'll help you to just make sure that nothing is off balance here, and so if you start to wobble, then you can readjust where your hands and your knees are. So we got that down. And now my next one, I'm gonna extend my opposite arm out, straight in front of me, and bring it back down. As you lift, only lift to the height of your torso with both your arm and your legs. So you're not going way up here where you have to arch your back. You're just bringing it down to where we started, and then push straight back with your leg and straight forward with your arm. Inhale down, exhale up. Try to keep everything really stable through your core so your core and torso aren't moving as your arm and your leg move.